Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I do my interim water changes, and this is all you need really. Which is on the floor. That was a £3. I think I got that £3 from somewhere, and this is a 10-litre watering can, and literally that's all I'm going to use. Now, before anyone goes off on one, if you're in a flat, you can use this to tip it down the toilet. But this is what we're going to do. So let me get the camera set up. Okay, the first thing I want to do, or you want to do really, is give the glass a little bit of a clean up. It doesn't have to be massive. Now if you do little and often, which I advise most water changes to be, and the reason people are going to say, oh no, you can do large water changes, of course you can, but if you do little and often, you're going to have less effect on the water chemistry. One of the biggest effects is pH, KH, GH and TDS. Now, if you do little and often, you're more likely to keep those stable, okay? If you do a heavy water change, now I have done 80% water changes, I've done 100% water changes, and as long as you match the parameters, well, you can't go wrong. But this is my preferred way of doing things, and the reason is little and often, less problems. There you go. Glass didn't really need a good clean, but there you go. And if you're going to do any trimming now of plants or anything like that, say these guys at the back here, which are a little bit, that's the time to do it. Okay, then once you've done that, what you want to do, you've got a 10 litre, this is a 200 litre tank, and this is a 10 litre bucket or watering can. So what you want to do is take 2 watering cans out, 10%. You do that weekly, you'll never have any problems ever. So here we go. Now, once a month, I'd say once a month, what you want to do is a gravel clean. Always do the gravel clean against the filters. So, filters 1 week, gravel clean the next. Okay, that's it. That way you won't upset the bacteria too much. So all we're going to do, I'm going to speed it up, and we're going to let this go. Now remember, the heater must stay in the water, okay, even if the top gets exposed. So if you want to, just turn the heater off, okay, and just remember to turn it back on when you're done, because obviously you don't want the heater out of the water. Also, any filtration, make sure that the filter, you can turn it off if you want. I leave mine on, okay, so only go down for 10%. You're never going to have any problems, are you? Okay, that literally took 10 minutes so far. There's the water on there. We're going to put that on the plants, down the toilet, whatever you want to do, and then we're going to fill it up, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, if you do it my way, you'll never have any problems, but you will find your own niche. I mean, you don't have to follow what I say. Okay, so this is my preferred water treatment. It's a water conditioner. It's concentrated, and on the back, for 200 litres, it's 1 capful. So yeah, this lasts for a very long time. But I'm not going to add it into the tank, I'm going to put it in the water. Okay, so that's the way I do it. Just give it a bit of a shake. Not sure this is required, but I'll do it anyway. And all you do is 1 capful. That does 200 litres, and there you go, in there. Wash. There we go. Now all you're going to do is fill up the water. Now I'm going to check the temperature of the water inside the house. I want 26 degrees, 25, 27 is fine, and I'm just going to pour the water in. Okay, so when people say to me, oh, what happens if I miss one, just do 30% instead of 20% next week. It's not a big deal. If you do it every week, it becomes muscle memory. You'll get used to it and you won't need to worry about it anymore. Now all I'm going to do is pour the water in. I've matched the temperatures, make sure everything's right. Now if you do this often, you're never going to get any pH swings or TDS issues or any of that other rubbish. You're just going to pour the water in and the fish will be great. I promise you that. I've never had an issue doing it this way, and I've been in the game 45 years. There you go. Always treat the water first before it goes in, it's much easier that way. Let's just pour it in. Nice and gently, no rush. Make it easy, make it nice. You will get some of this stuff get kicked up from the bottom, that's not a big deal, don't worry about it. Now when you come to do, I would say once a month if you do your filters, and then in between that every 2 weeks do your gravel if you want. You shouldn't need to do gravel that often. There you go. And literally the whole of this has taken me 15 minutes so far. It won't take you long, I promise. And that's it, done. Literally 20 minutes, and that was with me giving it a quick go over. One of the assassin snails going to work. The shrimp are doing well, got to be careful with that. Yeah, now you're going to get debris. That's good, because then the filters will take the debris out of the water column, which is good. Now, because you're doing this, if you do this regularly, you will never need to test your water. You know, a lot of people get test strips and all of it. You don't need to do that. Your tank will tell you how bad it is or how good it is. These plants are doing really well. Need to trim them up actually. That's it really. That's how I do my water changes, and I do that on every tank, whether it be that one, 240 litres, that's about 150 litres, that's 100 litres, that's 50 litres. I don't do water changes on that because I am doing something to see if I can use natural filtration on that. Okay, well, there you go guys. Thanks so much for watching. Any questions, please comment. Take care.